the evolution of justice systems throughout history today. We'll explore one of humanity's most important journeys, the evolution of justice systems throughout history. This is a story of how civilizations gradually moved from harsh punishment to rehabilitation, from fear-based control to human rights. Ancient civilizations and early laws. The earliest known legal code was the Code of Hammurabi from ancient Babylon, created around 1750 BCE. This was revolutionary because it established written laws that applied to everyone. Ancient societies like Egypt, Greece, and Rome developed sophisticated legal systems. The Romans gave us concepts we still use today: the presumption of innocence, the right to legal representation, and the idea that laws should be written down for all to see. Greek philosophers like Plato and Aristotle debated what justice really meant. They asked important questions. Should punishment focus on revenge, deterrence, or rehabilitation? These debates continue even today. Ancient Athens had trial by jury with up to 501 citizens participating in major cases. They believed that large numbers would prevent corruption and ensure fair decisions. Medieval justice systems. During medieval times, justice systems were heavily influenced by religious beliefs and feudal structures. The church played a major role in determining right and wrong. Medieval Europe developed the concept of trial by ordeal, where people believed divine intervention would reveal the truth. However, this period also saw important legal developments. The Magna Carta of 1215 established that even kings were subject to law. This document introduced the revolutionary idea that no one, not even rulers, was above justice. Medieval Islamic scholars made significant contributions to legal theory, emphasizing the importance of evidence, witness testimony, and fair procedures. Their work influenced legal systems across many cultures. Universities began teaching law as a formal discipline during this period, creating the first generation of professional lawyers and judges. The Age of Enlightenment and legal reform. The 18th century brought the Age of Enlightenment, which revolutionized thinking about justice and human rights. Thinkers like Cesare Beccaria argued that justice systems should be based on reason, not tradition or religious authority. His book on crimes and punishments influenced legal reforms across Europe and America. Beccaria introduced radical ideas. Punishment should be proportional to the crime, torture should be abolished, and the death penalty should be rare or eliminated entirely. The American and French revolutions put these Enlightenment ideals into practice. The American Bill of Rights and the French Declaration of the Rights of Man established fundamental principles we still follow today. Industrial Revolution and prison reform. The Industrial Revolution brought new challenges and opportunities for justice reform. Rapid urbanization led to increased crime, but also to new ideas about rehabilitation. Reformers like John Howard in England and Dorothea Dix in America campaigned for humane prison conditions. They argued that prisoners were human beings deserving of basic dignity. The Pennsylvania system introduced the concept of solitary confinement for reflection and reform, while the Auburn system emphasized work and discipline, both aimed at rehabilitation rather than just punishment. Education programs in prisons began during this period, based on the belief that knowledge and skills could prevent future crime. Modern human rights movement, the 20th century, witnessed unprecedented developments in human rights and justice reform, largely in response to global conflicts and social movements. The two world wars shocked the world into recognizing the need for international standards of human treatment. The United Nations was founded in 1945 with a mission to promote peace and human rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948 established global standards for human dignity. Article 5 specifically prohibits torture and cruel punishment. The civil rights movement in America demonstrated how legal systems could be used to fight injustice and promote equality. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. showed that peaceful resistance could create lasting change. Rehabilitation versus punishment debate. Modern justice systems grapple with a fundamental question. Should the focus be on punishment or rehabilitation? Countries like Norway and Sweden have embraced rehabilitation-focused approaches with remarkable success. Their recidivism rates are among the lowest in the world. These systems emphasize education, job training, mental health treatment, and gradual reintegration into society. Prisoners live in conditions that maintain their human dignity while preparing them for successful reentry. Restorative justice programs bring together victims, offenders, and community members to address harm and promote healing. This approach focuses on repairing damage rather than inflicting punishment. Technology and modern justice, the digital age, has brought new challenges and opportunities to justice systems worldwide. DNA evidence has revolutionized criminal investigations, helping to solve cold cases and exonerate the wrongly convicted. The Innocence Project has freed hundreds of people who were falsely imprisoned. Electronic monitoring allows alternative sentencing that keeps families together while ensuring public safety. This technology enables rehabilitation while reducing prison costs. Online dispute resolution and virtual court proceedings have made justice more accessible, especially during global challenges like the COVID-19 pandemic. Global Perspectives on Justice Today's World offers diverse approaches to justice, each reflecting different cultural values and historical experiences. Indigenous justice systems often emphasize community healing and restoration rather than individual punishment. These traditional approaches are being integrated into modern legal frameworks. Truth and Reconciliation Commissions in countries like South Africa have shown how societies can address past injustices while building foundations for peaceful coexistence. The International Criminal Court represents humanity's commitment to ensuring that the worst crimes don't go unpunished regardless of where they occur. Why justice systems evolved. Understanding why justice systems evolved helps us appreciate how far we've come and where we might go next. Growing understanding of human psychology showed that fear-based deterrence alone doesn't effectively prevent crime. People need positive incentives and support systems. Democratic values emphasized that government power must be limited and accountable. Justice systems became tools for protecting citizens rather than controlling them. Scientific research provided evidence about what actually works in preventing crime and promoting public safety. Data-driven approaches replaced traditions based on assumptions. Global communication allowed societies to learn from each other's successes and failures, accelerating the pace of positive reform. Lessons and future directions. The first lesson is that progress is possible, but requires constant effort. Every generation must work to improve justice systems and protect human rights. Education and public awareness are crucial. When people understand the principles of justice, they're more likely to support fair and effective policies. Justice works best when it balances multiple goals: protecting public safety, holding wrongdoers accountable, supporting victims, and providing opportunities for redemption. The most effective justice systems treat all people with dignity, regardless of their circumstances or past mistakes. This journey through the history of justice shows us how much humanity has achieved. We've moved from systems based on fear and revenge to approaches emphasizing rehabilitation and human rights. Today, most developed nations have abolished the death penalty, recognizing that justice doesn't require taking life. The human rights movement has fundamentally changed how we think about justice. This history reminds us that justice isn't about revenge. It's about creating safe, fair societies where everyone can thrive. The best approaches balance accountability with compassion, punishment with rehabilitation. The future of justice lies in evidence-based approaches that protect both individual rights and community safety. By learning from history, we can continue building a more just world for future generations. Justice is not a destination, but a journey, one that requires the participation of every citizen who believes in fairness, dignity, and human rights.